what was probably my worst war attack fail ever and trying desperately to redeem myself in today's episode. Welcome back, my clashing friends, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for checking out Clash of Clans attacks. And yes, I'm about to share my worst war fail ever, a brutal failure at a base that I used to be pretty good at dismantling. Let's just get right down into it. We used to call this base the Southern Teaser on its side, and I chose to come from the far right hand side. Lots of jump spells, 7 golems, like I always say, almost impossible to fail with this attack, but I managed to find a way. So right here we've got the golems moving in on the archer tower, wizards, a couple extras clearing out that far cannon, making sure the golems move in. Now the second set of golems move in, and there's where it goes wrong. Right here, every golem bunches up on that same cannon. They're not utilizing the far jump spells, and now as I drop the last golems in, I just compound the problem, letting every single of the 7 golems pile in right on top of each other, and they're going to move in deeply into this base after those defensive structures. And what that will do is leave the heroes behind as the heroes work on those high hit point structures. As you can see, the dark elixir storage, the other storages, the golems have moved in, and that single target inferno is absolutely going to town on my golems, one after the other, just being vaporized. And now, to make matters worse, the heroes have split up, and watch the queen as she moves off to the left. That jump spell right behind her is still active, yet she goes after the wall. I guess she's not smart enough to realize she could have taken 2 jump spells, gotten back into the thick of things. Instead, there goes the giant bomb, taking out all of her Royal Cloak archers. In the meantime, the defending level 40 heroes just finishing off my golems, and you can see so close to my attacking queen, it's just a matter of time. Here she comes, Royal Cloak already down, my queen just gets taken out very easily, and that is pretty much the end of this attack. I hit the end battle button in frustration, walk away with a 43% attack fail, and of course 0 stars. So we're going to take a look at an attack from Greg OC on a base that's really not that much different than what I just attacked, but he uses a much wiser strategy, and that is he spreads the golems out all the way around the right side of this base. In fact, just about enveloping 50% of this village with his mass golem attack. And now as the jump spells start to fall, the golems move in over the walls, safely protecting those wizards, and already he's nearing in 20% damage. There comes a P.E.K.K.A at the top of the screen along with the heroes. So keeping those golems spread out, definitely a better idea than what I was thinking. Just not a well enough executed plan on my part. Here come the heroes and the P.E.K.K.A working their way towards the town hall, which is kind of off to the side. Notice that last jump spell, just making sure that any non-air unit can get to the town hall like the king. Now the king does go down early, but he's got plenty of units left, it looks like. But now things are starting to get a little bit close for Greg as well. The queen working on the town hall, though she's just about down, uses the royal cloak, and that's going to extend her life long enough to get that first star. Now the second star is another question. Not looking great, 45% damage, only a couple of units remaining, and that lava hound looming over those golems. Watch the wizard and the big golem working on the wall, and now the wizard by himself is going to go to work on the lava hound. So Greg actually right here having to count on the golems to damage that air defense, and that's going to get him to 48%. The wizard being no help at all, stubbornly working on that giant lava hound. And now the golems have moved on to the wizard tower, 48% with only a pair of wizards left to deploy. And then the lava hound goes down, and that is bad news because those pups are going to move in. But Greg drops his last wizards at the bottom of the screen. They get that camp down, just barely grabbing the second star before those pups move in and finish off the last of the units on the outside. So a clutch win for Greg, so close yet so far, just barely beating those racing pups and grabbing the second star. So on to my second war attack, trying to redeem myself. I find a much more familiar looking base. The old nemesis with a slight variation. I brought 7 golems and 4 jump spells, dropping 3 pairs of golems all in at the same time, moving in over 3 jump spells. You can see all of the defenses successfully distracted by the golems as the wizards take out those other structures. And then I can take the 7th golem and the heroes, send them right smack down the middle of this village with the 4th and final jump spell in the center, working on getting to that town hall enclosure. The queen moving in. The rage spell just barely missing the queen. She's going to have to move in to be able to utilize it. Now the lava hound out of the clan castle looks like it's going to follow the golems. So that's another good sign. We don't want the queen to get too distracted on it. The king has moved off and down to the left. Golems up and to the right. Single target inferno working on them as well. And now the queen getting so close to the town hall, but now she's decided to go after that lava hound. The king, this is kind of inexplicable to me. I'm not sure what made him turn and go towards the inside when that builder's hut was so close. He finally is going to go through the wall. I hit his iron fist to give him a little more time. The queen has got the lava hound down. The poison spell helps take out the pups more quickly so she can turn to the town hall. The inferno finishes off the king, works on the queen, but luckily I had her royal cloak, and that is going to mean I can get that town hall out of the way for the 2nd star and wrap up a pretty solid 2-star win, at least trying to undo a little bit of the pain of my first war attack, which was probably one of my worst fails ever. You guys might disagree if you watch some of my older episodes, but thank you again so much for watching all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Please do subscribe for daily Clash of Clans uploads. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with more full attacks. Galadon, you know what I like to say? More gym boxes in less bathrooms. Pray, Peter, $17.